back to another video. I hope you're doing well, and if you've not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you're new here, my name is Juliana and thank you for joining us today. So as you can see from the title of the video, I guess you already have an idea of what I'm going to be talking about, and it's going to be slightly different from the videos that I normally do. So today I just want to I'm sharing this video just to encourage someone and just to advise someone not to do the same mistakes that I did in some years ago. So it was like 4 years ago. 4 years ago, some things were really upside down in my life, I can say. So it was like the world was really turning against me, like really. It was like as if everything I was doing, like the world was really against me. It wasn't, everything was just not okay. And I don't know if anyone have had that feeling before, but it was like as if I was in the middle of a street where there are lots of people, but I was screaming so loud at the top of my voice. It was like no one could hear me scream. Like I was drowning inside. I was like drowning inside. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't run away. Like everything was just pressing me down. So I remember there was actually a day that I had gone out and I came back, and that's whole thing lasted for like almost a year. Like that whole feeling, like I was really in a situation in my life that only God could help me. And at that stage in life, even my Christian life was really at the edge. Like it was just very tough. And I remember there was this afternoon I had gone out and I came back. As usual, that day was still same feeling, but I'm not really going to go into detail. So I came back to my room. I remember the first thoughts, like I started getting these thoughts like few days before that day. Like what's the thoughts the enemy had put in my head was like, why are you even alive? Like your life, it doesn't actually have meaning. Like you look around, every other person is just perfect, and your life is just, there's nothing. I really felt like at that moment in life, there's nothing I could gain in life, there's nothing I could give in life. Like it was really at that stage. So that particular day I'd gone out and I came back to my room, and I was so scared. I remember I was so scared because of what I wanted to do. I was so scared. I felt like I didn't have the courage to do it. And there was actually a voice in my head that was telling me, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Trust me. The enemy is really something else. It is really something else, guys. You can do it. So, I looked for some things that you are not supposed to drink. Some things you are not supposed to drink. And well, it was a jig in my I had only jig in my room. But then the enemy was giving me options. It was really giving me options. You can drink, you just drink it and silently you go. But then I sat on my bed and I was having all those thoughts. I was sweating, I was crying, I was just not myself. I had locked my door. Anyone that was knocking, I was just not myself. So I didn't even notice like people were knocking and the rest. I just ignored it. And I realized all those people knocking, it's God that sent them to distract me and for me to rethink about what I was about doing. Then I remember there was actually a voice in my head that was telling me, if you do this, you're going to... Okay, it was just crazy. So at the end of the day, God just saved me. Like the Holy Spirit, it's like it's calmed me down. It's like no one was talking to me, but it felt like someone was talking to me. Someone was advising me It's like there was a conversation in my head going on, and I realized after when I came out of that thought, it was like I couldn't believe. I told myself I couldn't believe I almost took my own life. Like, what was I thinking? But at that moment when I was thinking about that, I didn't. The only thought that was coming to my head, like, just do it, just do it, just do it. So, if I overcame by the grace of God, anyone can. Anyone can. And this is just to encourage someone. Like, no matter what you do, you go through in life, there's always a way out. Trust me, there's always a way out. There's always a way out. And also understanding the love that God has for you is very crucial in our life. Like, when you understand the love God have for you in your life, you realize that nothing in this world, nothing in this world that you cannot overcome. So that's just a little story, and probably something most people, well, they know about me. So just not to get attention of people having pity for me or something, but just to encourage someone that no matter what you go through in life, God is with you. No matter what you go through in life, God is with you. Giving up should be your last option. Giving up should be your last option. And you should know that God is always with you. Just pray to Him. Just cry to Him. Pour out your heart to Him. And it's going to come true for you. All those thoughts, it's actually the enemy. The enemy have different ways of distracting people. So I hope whatever you are going through, whatever you are looking for in life, you will find it. And whatever situation you're going through, I pray that God will see you through, and you will not have these thoughts and these mistakes that I almost did in life, which would have cost me a lot today. But here I am today, speaking to you and talking to you, and in some ways I feel like my life is a testimony to people. My life is a testimony, and just to encourage others, and also how far God has brought me. So I hope this words ministers to you in some way. In whatever that you are going through, you will reconsider giving up and know that God is always with you and is going to see you through.